This Raikou deck propelled me into the top 1000, top 900 to be specific, and it's a deck list that does not run Oricorio in the slightest. It does not run Tapu Koko. It runs nothing but Raikou, Zeraora, and Thunderbolt Pikachu. The list is a little bit different to what you'd see on the ladders, and this list is thanks to my friend Nuggy, a fellow streamer whose details you can find in the description below. He came up with this list and asked me, well, told me to try it out because he said it was really good. And I was sick of playing Suicune, so yes, I did try it out, and lo and behold, it is in fact really, really good. So we are going to see how this deck holds up live, because it's been working really well for me. I did have a really good 7 win streak, but I had a bit of a 5 L streak. But you can see before that, like, we were winning like a lot. Like, there's barely any defeats until you get kind of further down. And this is when I first started the deck, I think. If not, maybe I was still on Suicune. But I kind of started the deck, and you can see the defeats kind of disappear until we kind of have that streak of 5 games. Really, that was just due to, I guess, bricking, because we'll talk about it now. But there is some very specific ways that this deck can brick. And the first is that you don't find your Zeraora. So who are we versing? Hopefully it's like a Suicune or something like semi-meta, so I can at least show you how to play the deck into those decks. Turn 2 is actually not what you want. You actually really want turn 1. And this is probably one of the worst case scenarios where we are starting solo Pikachu. The only way this is kind of okay is probably if this is... yeah, I was going to say if they had one mon and they bricked their second. But this is not a good scenario unless I can find both Zeraoras. So this matchup is quite hard if you don't get the Zeraoras down at the start. And having the peak is kind of rough, but we do have X speed and Leaf, so we can still kind of turn this around. But we're kind of screwed here if we can't get this peak out of active, which it's looking like we can't without burning an energy. If this isn't Zeraora, okay. I mean, the beauty here is that we can kill this Darkrai next turn, but the issue with doing so is basically it's basically that once we burn those energies, we are extremely behind on energies, right? So once that happens, we're kind of buggered, because if we use the elemental switch, which takes the energy from the Zeraora, and we put that into the Pikachu, then the main issue is, of course, that we're behind on energies. The good thing here is that we do have a repel, so we can take the kill on something in the back, but this might be too little too late, especially because we haven't managed to pick up like an X speed or anything. If we got an X speed here, we could play the Raikou, but this is a bit awkward, so we're probably just gonna have to take a kill and see if we can somehow win from here. They most likely sack the Darkrai, yeah. Which is fine. I don't actually have to take the kill this turn. And it actually kind of works better for me if I don't do that. I can kind of wait a turn, but they're probably going to start feeding the back. So let's think about this. Once I kill this Darkrai, I need Pika out of the active, because next turn they're going to charge, and then I'm not going to be able to get energy back fast enough. So really, I can't actually afford to kill this turn if you think about it. So we're actually just going to have to sit a turn. And this is the issue when you brick like Pikachu in the slot with nothing else. I would love, I mean, putting the energy there is kind of good, but yeah, I would love nothing more than to have an answer for this Giratina, but really we're pretty much screwed. And that was also kind of rough. All right. I don't think we have a way to win this, unfortunately. I'm probably gonna have to hard retreat and play the electrical cord angle, which is a little bit spooky, but it could work. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get the Raikou going. I'm gonna get him drawing cards. The ideal is that you start the Raikou on the active, because then he draws cards, obviously, really quickly. We're gonna have to do this. If we had more energy, we could definitely make like a play, or if we had like a Dawn and a second switch, we could definitely make a Cyrus play here. Hopefully this Darkrai attacks us, but then I'm kind of behind. Okay, they're taking out the Pika. So yeah, this is pretty much washed, unfortunately. So bad first example, but it's a good way to show you that that is how you brick this deck effectively. You really need to not start solo Pika. If that was the Raikou start, you can see how the deck would work, because Raikou would have done like 2 turns of damage into the Darkrai. You would have chipped into the Giratina, and then at that point, you can start sacrificing the Raikou, then you can kill with the Pikachu. You know, this plays with the Electrical Cord. But probably one of the hardest matchups. Unfortunately, you don't see Darktina too often. But, you know, sometimes at this rank, you queue. Like, we might queue straight back into the same person. It does happen. And one loss, as you can see, was like 37 spots. But I'm not too worried because it's pretty easy to climb with the win streaks. It just means you got to play a little bit, right? There's also quite a difficult time slot. We are playing in like primetime Japan, so we are going to get all the sweaty Japan players, but that's fine. I mean, they're no better than anyone else. So turn 1 here is good. Into a Flareon deck. We don't have the Zero Aura, so this is probably still quite bad. I'm giving you examples of probably the 2 decks which are the strongest against us, which is Flareon and Darktina. Okay, this is spooky because this could just be another Raikou, which would suck. But if we can get Zero Aura, okay, cool, that's huge. All right, that's nice, that's nice. If we can get the second one, then we are big chillin'. Getting 2 Zero Auras is really hard to lose. Okay, that's actually really, really big, getting that repel. Like insanely big. Because if they put the EV down and only 1 EV, we have the ability to repel it in and kill it. So that is a good thing with repel, because they will want to energize with the Magby. And we do have the switch already, so we are attacking next turn. And we got the Dawn. So yeah, you can basically just like curb stomp these EV decks if you get lucky and they don't put more than 1 down. But a lot of them put down like 2 or 3 EVs at once, so it's kind of rough. So yeah, if they're pulling a Pokeball out, they're probably going to place a couple of EVs, which isn't ideal. But if they only place the 1, then GG's to us. Oh, so we are going to murder this EV pretty much straight away. So this might be a like hard concede. We'll have a look here. So basically, we just go Elemental Switch straight into Raikou, bring the EV into the active, and then we pretty much hit the kill. Puts them pretty behind. They're not going to concede. That's fine. They did concede, yeah. So basically, like, you can see if you get the like Exodia, which happens more often than you think, you can take care of these like annoying decks. The beauty there was that we did pull the repel. We did have the Pikachu though, right? With the Pikachu, I already forgot. Which means like Flareon's less scary because if it takes out the Raikou, Pikachu's ready to go. So yeah, it's basically a race. It's who gets kind of what. Like Pokemon from the Paldea region, you must be the only person in the world that does. Usually it's always, I like Pokemon from the Johto region. Okay. Turn 1 again, that's good. So you can see our turn 1 is preferable. We are bricked, this is bad. Okay. So I've shown you 2, unfortunately, like horrible examples of this deck where we've just bricked really hard. Yeah, okay. Luckily for us, our opponent is like quite literally equally bricked. Electrocordia is literally pointless. I'm just maybe seeing if we can bait out like a random Guzma. Because obviously like Pikachu burns all the energy it uses. Idea would be OP. Imagine if the energy that you discarded... Okay, they have unbricked us, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, they've effectively unbricked us because now we can... Okay, that's interesting. They might have the Greninja already. So we're just gonna like not leave here. I'm just gonna red. Actually, no, I will leave because I want you in the active for draw power. It's gonna be annoying if they have a Cyrus, but fine. You gotta kind of do what you can to get the like Raikou in the active, because if you don't, it's kind of rough. But you can see how if we had Zero Aura again instead of Pikachu, like we would basically have just killed this and won this game. Okay, that's a really good draw. We would have killed this Froakie in 1 turn and won the game, you know? Okay, this is bad. This is quite bad. Best case would be a Cyrus here. A Cyrus would be very nice if they make that misplay, but I'm sure they won't. So a mistake on my part would basically be if I energize the Raikou, because he's going to kill it either way, right? You know what I can do here? No, I can't. We just energize here, right? Because if he's going to kill the Raikou next turn, I just need Pika to tank 2. I was going to say if we had the Leaf now, we could bring the energy back. This is kind of unfortunate. We're in a bit of a shitty spot, but... I can... Not too sure how to win this, honestly. I'm probably just going to X speed, retreat, elemental switch into my Raikou. That's probably the only way I can win this. But even then, it's going to be like Monka. Like if we had like something, but you can see I got to go a lot of like retreat utility, which is good. It's just unfortunate. Like I'm pretty much fricked because if they Cyrus me, they can kill me pretty quickly with Greninja next turn. But I do have the repel, so it's just a matter of like, can I pull something off here? I don't know. The Mars is nice. They do 20-40. If he's got 2 basics, that'd be very unfortunate because he could kill me with Cyrus if he's got it. Okay, so that's a little bit annoying. Gonna go with the Pika, or is he gonna go into... I mean, going into Raikou would be fine. Would have been smarter. I guess he kills me next turn anyway, huh? Yeah, we just got outpaced. Like, we are strong into this deck. This has just been like a... Again, like we've bricked solo start Pikachu like, what, twice now? I can like repel. I'm gonna have to just repel here and see what happens. Repelling into Giratina is something we can do. And then we just pray we draw like Cyrus. And if we draw Cyrus and we Mars next turn, like we might be able to do something here. I can't really think of like how else to play this. Okay, we have 3 cards left and one of them is Cyrus. Actually, once I Pokeball, it'll be even less, right? Okay, that makes it a lot harder too. He's gonna retreat out and win next turn, right? I've already lost my other Raikou. 20, 60. Like, it's a shame because if I had like 1 more energy in Pika, I could actually 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, if I had 1 more energy in the Pika, like I could basically Cyrus and Greninja, and then we might have like a slim chance of pulling something off, but I can't really see a win con. He's gonna hard retreat into either option here and we lose. If I put down 0 aura, I also lose, so it's kind of tough. Can't really do anything but BM here. I'm giving you a really good snapshot of how this deck can brick, but yeah, I don't really have like a player. It's unfortunate you're a 2 retreat cost. If we had another X speed, retreat, but yeah, not really much we could do. That's okay. That is just like a bad start again. Like we just keep 2 out of 3 were the solo Pikachu starts, which is like just a guaranteed L. So I kind of ignore these games because they happen. Unfortunately, they happen. And it's when it doesn't happen 5, 6, 7 times in a row, that's when you start streaking. And this deck gets you to this score by streaking, right? Like Suicune can streak, but it requires a lot of luck even more so because the mirror can be a very long and sweaty match. And it's much easier just to power through decks. So you saw how quickly we beat the Flareon deck. Like that can happen like 5 games in a row and suddenly you're up like 100 points. Okay, our first like semi good start. Again, you want to have Zero Aura on the bench and Raikou on the active, but at least we have a Zero Aura generating energies. This deck at one point did have Giovanni in it because Giovanni can one-shot the Eevee, but that's now gone. But if we do manage to like pull out a Repel, we can take care of the Froakie. We have a couple options here, right? We can pull out a second Zero Aura, which would be amazing. Okay, so now we can technically go hard next turn and kill with Raikou. So we oak up. Second Raikou and a Dawn. I feel like I'll probably need Pika for this matchup. This is probably going to be like Espeon. Maybe it's like a Giratina, Sylveon, Greninja. But we're just going to wrap this up. I'm probably just going to retreat and go hard next turn, take the kill. If I find a Repel and then I put another basic down, I'll probably prioritize killing the Froakie because Greninja is a much scarier prospect than Sylveon. But I will red card if they find a friend and then like take the kill. So this could be quite good. Okay. I mean, that's good in the sense that that is all basics. Find a friend is pretty much guaranteeing an Evo draw. That's kind of the bad part, but so basically we are just going to have to do like the hard retreat. Red card might do more harm than good here, like to be honest. It might do more harm than good considering they have no Oaks. But that tells me they could possibly have like a handful of Evos. So it's kind of like semantics. Like it might have just screwed us, but it might have helped us, you know. But what is true is that they're now behind on energies. So that is good. So there's 1 point. I'm interested to see if they put the Eevee or a Froakie on field. If it's an Eevee, okay. It might have the Espeon already. We will put Pika down, obviously. It's Sylveon. Okay, so they're going for like Greninja, I guess. Espeon's not that scary here. 2 Greninjas is, but I'll probably grab one here, right? Because that's quite a good draw. Probably have an Oak as well, so yeah. I'd say we'll see at least one come down. Okay, that is a very good sign for me. We just need to get Pika down, get some damage into... Yeah, there it is. Get some damage into one of them, and then we have Cyrus to play with. I think Cyrus is going to be out here because we are going to be in trouble, I think. Energizing Sylveon. Okay, I like that. We just need to find Cyrus, and we're like pretty chill. Okay, so I'm just going to Pika here. Energize. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to... Doesn't really matter. I'll probably just spook them and smack into Giratina. But yeah, we want to be killing the Sylveon ideally, so they will have a red card or a Mars in this deck, so we might see it. But if we can... They can give us Cyrus, because we don't really have it currently. But they will want to kill the Pikachu like as a priority. I do have an XP though, so like I'm not that worried. Okay, that's also like a bit of a silly play by them. Because I can just blow that Espeon up next turn unless they have another way. I'll do the Dawn just because it's like, yeah, a little bit better for us. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. That's very strange. And they probably still could have won from there, but like, cause yeah, they could have easily just like shurikened us and, you know, found a way. But yeah, very, very strange decision. Like, of course I've got a switch or a Dawn.